Hello, passionate Celtic FC fans. This is Celtic Central News, your exclusive source for Celtic updates. Before we kick off, we appreciate the incredible support. If you love Celtic, subscribe now, hit like, and let's build this community together. Now, on to the latest news. A warm welcome to new subscribers. Your support is crucial. Hail. Hail. There is a certain kind of whisper that starts in the pubs, rolls through the radio phone-ins, and ends up dominating every conversation around the stadium. And right now, that whisper has a very clear message. Celtic are quietly, almost mischievously, putting together something big. Not loud announcements, not flashy promises, but a sense that the club hierarchy have decided that this season is about sending a statement to the rest of the league. The rumor doing the rounds is that SHANKLAND and GLEN Kamara are not just targets, but the centerpieces of a wider idea to make Celtic stronger, nastier to play against, and far more complete. Supporters are picturing a squad that mixes grit with goals, intelligence with aggression, and a very Scottish edge that feels deliberate rather than accidental. Shankland's name alone sparks debates about finishing, leadership, and that instinct inside the box that can turn nervous draws into comfortable wins. Kamara, on the other hand, represents control, calm, and the kind of midfield intelligence that slows games down when Celtic need to breathe. The talk is not about one good signing, but about a plan, a reshaping of the spine, and a signal that Celtic want to dominate every inch of the pitch. Around Glasgow, people are saying this feels like a power move, not a gamble, and that makes rivals nervous. What really fuels this rumor is how well these two profiles seem to fit together in the imagination of the fans. SHANKLAND is being spoken about as the kind of striker who does not just score goals, but drags defenders into uncomfortable decisions, opening space for everyone else. There is a sense that Celtic have missed that kind of presence at times, someone who thrives on scraps, who smells fear, who enjoys the physical battle as much as the finish. In contrast, GLEN Kamara is seen as the man who cleans everything up behind the chaos, always available, always offering an angle, always knowing when to keep it simple. The speculation suggests that Celtic want balance, not just flair. The idea of Kamara receiving the ball under pressure, shrugging off a challenge and calmly feeding runners ahead of him, has fans dreaming of control in big moments. Put Shankland up top with service like that, and suddenly the whole attack feels sharper, more purposeful. The rumor mill insists this is not coincidence, but careful thinking. Celtic, it seems, want to win games in different ways, not just one pattern, and these two names keep coming up as the solution. Another layer to this speculation is the message it would send across the league. Bringing in players like Shankland and Kamara is not just about improving Celtic, it is about weakening rivals and reminding everyone who sets the standard. Supporters are saying this would feel like Celtic flexing their muscle in a very Scottish way, taking proven talent from within the game and saying, we know this league, we respect it, and we intend to own it. There is also talk about mentality, about dressing room influence, about players who understand the pressures of expectations, scrutiny, and constant demand for results. Shankland is viewed as someone who has carried responsibility before, who has been the main man, and who would not shrink under the weight of a big shirt. Kamara is seen as someone who has experienced different systems, different environments, and can bring calm authority. The rumor suggests Celtic are thinking beyond tactics, looking at character, resilience, and leadership. Fans are reading between the lines and seeing a club that wants to be ruthless again, not just stylish. And that is exciting. The style of football being imagined around these rumors is also telling. People are talking about a Celtic side that can press high and fast, but also slow the game down and suffocate opponents. Kamara is central to that vision, a midfielder who can dictate tempo without drama, who understands positioning as much as passing. The idea of him shielding the defense, linking play, and quietly dominating midfield battles has supporters nodding in approval. Meanwhile, SHANKLAND is pictured as the finisher who thrives on pressure moments, the striker who does not need 10 chances, who can turn half chances into goals. The speculation paints a picture of a team that becomes harder to read, less predictable, more complete. Instead of relying on moments of brilliance alone, Celtic would have structure and steel. Fans are saying this feels like a response to recent frustrations, games where control slipped or chances were wasted. These rumors suggest lessons have been learned, and that makes them feel believable. There is also a nostalgic element to the conversation that should not be ignored. Celtic supporters have always loved players who combine work ethic with quality, and both SHANKLAND and Kamara fit that romantic idea of what a Celtic player should be. The rumor taps into memories of teams that dominated not just through flair, but through relentless pressure and intelligence. People are imagining European nights where control in midfield becomes crucial, or domestic battles where a single goal decides everything. In those scenarios, a calm midfielder and a ruthless striker feel priceless. The talk around Celtic is that this is about building a squad that does not panic, that knows how to suffer, and that can kill games off. SHANKLAND's reputation as a reliable finisher feeds into that dream. Kamara's calmness under pressure completes it. Whether true or not, the speculation resonates because it feels logical, almost obvious, as if this is the next step Celtic need to take. As these rumors continue to swirl, what stands out is the confidence behind them. This does not feel like desperate gossip or wild fantasy. It feels like supporters connecting dots, reading signals, and sensing intent. Celtic are being talked about as a club that knows exactly what it wants and is quietly moving towards it. SHANKLAND and Kamara are symbols in this story, representing strength, maturity, and ambition. The idea of them arriving together makes the story even more powerful, like pieces of a puzzle clicking into place. Around the city, the mood is one of anticipation rather than anxiety. Fans are not asking if Celtic can compete, but how dominant they could become. That is the power of this rumor. It creates belief, it sparks imagination, and it makes everyone else in the league look over their shoulder, wondering what is coming next. The deeper this speculation goes, the more it starts to feel like a deliberate shift in Celtic's approach, almost a quiet evolution rather than a revolution. People are saying that bringing in Lawrence Shankland and GLEN KAMARA would signal a move towards maturity, towards a squad built to handle every scenario the season can throw at it. There is talk about grinding out results when legs are tired, about staying composed when pressure mounts, and about having leaders on the pitch who make the right decisions instinctively. SHANKLAND is being framed as more than a striker, but as a reference point, someone teammates trust when the game becomes chaotic. Kamara is seen as the organizer, the player who reads danger early and calms storms before they fully form. The rumor suggests Celtic want to reduce risk, control emotion, and impose their will. Supporters are imagining matches where Celtic do not just win, but dominate mentally, forcing opponents to chase shadows and doubt themselves. Another interesting angle in this rumor is how it reflects Celtic's understanding of the Scottish game itself. Shankland knows the league, the defenders, the grounds, and the intensity. There is a belief that this familiarity removes adaptation time, making his impact immediate. Kamara, similarly, is viewed as someone who understands the physicality and rhythm of Scottish football, but also brings a touch of continental calm. The speculation suggests Celtic want players who hit the ground running, who do not need months to settle. Fans are saying this is about efficiency as much as ambition. Instead of gambling on unknown quantities, Celtic are supposedly choosing certainty. That idea resonates strongly with supporters who crave consistency. The thought of a striker who scores when chances come, paired with a midfielder who rarely wastes possession, feels like a recipe for control and confidence. The rumor also touches on internal competition, another factor that excites fans. Bringing in players of this profile would raise standards across the squad. Shankland's arrival would challenge every forward to sharpen their finishing and movement. Kamara's presence would push midfielders to be smarter, more disciplined, more reliable. Supporters are saying this kind of competition breeds hunger and focus, something Celtic thrive on when at their best. The idea is that no one can relax, no one can drift. Every training session becomes sharper, every match more intense. This rumor paints a picture of a dressing room buzzing with purpose, driven by experienced professionals who understand what winning demands. That vision feels powerful, almost intimidating, and that is exactly what fans want Celtic to be. There is also a broader narrative forming around identity. Celtic have always balanced flair with fight, but this rumor suggests a recalibration towards strength and intelligence. Shankland represents directness, efficiency, and a refusal to overcomplicate. Kamara represents patience, control, and awareness. Together, they symbolize a Celtic side that adapts rather than insists, that reads games rather than forces them. Supporters are imagining scenarios where Celtic change tempo seamlessly, pressing aggressively one moment, conserving energy the next. This flexibility is seen as the difference between good teams and great ones. The speculation feeds into a belief that Celtic are aiming higher, not just domestically, but in terms of how they carry themselves. It feels like a statement of intent wrapped in quiet confidence. What makes this rumor particularly compelling is how naturally it fits into ongoing conversations among supporters. There has been a sense that Celtic needed more steel, more reliability in key areas. Shankland and Kamara answer those concerns perfectly in the collective imagination. Fans are talking about crucial moments late in matches, about protecting narrow leads, about killing games off with authority. Shankland's knack for decisive goals and Kamara's ability to keep the ball under pressure feel tailor-made for those moments. The rumor almost writes its own logic, which is why it spreads so easily. It feels like the kind of move Celtic would make when serious about dominance. That feeling alone gives it weight, even without confirmation. Before we proceed, subscribe to our channel and enable notifications to receive all exclusive news about Celtic FC. Don't miss any details about your favorite team. It's extremely important for Celtic FC fans. As the speculation continues, it is clear that this story is about more than transfers. It is about belief, direction, and ambition. The idea of Celtic securing Lawrence Shankland and GLEN Kamara has captured imaginations because it suggests a club that knows itself and knows its league. Supporters are picturing a team that is harder, smarter, and more ruthless. Whether this rumor becomes reality or not, it has already achieved something important. It has reminded everyone of Celtic's potential to shape the narrative, to dictate terms, and to move with purpose. In the minds of the fans, this is what a power move looks like: quiet, calculated, and devastatingly effective. Observers are increasingly framing Ferguson's supposed move as more than a mere acquisition. They suggest it could mark a shift in Celtic's identity and ambitions, blending youth, talent, and strategic foresight. Rumors indicate that his integration may be carefully choreographed, balancing exposure in key fixtures with opportunities to develop confidence, skill, and tactical awareness in a high-pressure environment. Fans and pundits alike are speculating on the psychological effects, imagining how his presence could energize teammates, inspire fans, and challenge opponents, creating layers of narrative that transcend conventional transfer reporting. Some insiders hint that Ferguson's signing could influence future recruitment philosophy, prioritizing young, versatile players capable of making immediate contributions while offering long-term potential, signaling a forward-thinking approach to squad building. Analysts are exploring every nuance from tactical fit and positional flexibility to financial implications and market positioning, illustrating the complexity that surrounds modern football transfers and the multitude of factors that clubs must navigate. Ultimately, the speculation is about more than a single player. It embodies ambition, vision, and the tantalizing possibilities that emerge when a historic club dares to embrace bold, transformative moves in pursuit of excellence, leaving fans to imagine the future while the story continues to unfold with every whisper, leak, and rumor that emerges. The fervor around Ferguson's reported signing has grown into a rich tapestry of speculation, anticipation, and imaginative projection, painting a picture of a club in motion and a player on the cusp of new challenges. Observers are suggesting that his arrival could reshape tactical narratives, inspire teammates, and energize a fan base yearning for fresh momentum, with discussions ranging from positional nuances to long-term developmental strategies. Rumors indicate that coaching staff might implement bespoke training plans to hone Ferguson's strengths while ensuring seamless integration, a process that could simultaneously elevate his performance and influence the broader squad. Fans continue to speculate about matchday impact, envisaging moments of brilliance, decisive goals, and transformative play that could turn the tide in key contests. Some pundits are framing the move as a strategic gambit, a calculated risk designed to blend youthful potential with immediate contribution, highlighting Celtic's ambition and willingness to innovate. Ultimately, the narrative surrounding Evan Ferguson's move has transcended a simple transfer report, evolving into a multi-layered story of opportunity, expectation, and possibility, where every speculation, whisper, and imagined scenario contributes to a collective sense of excitement that keeps the footballing world on edge, awaiting the unfolding of what could be a defining chapter in Celtic's ongoing journey. Hello, fan! Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, as it means a lot to Celtic FC. Also, share your opinion about the news in the comments below. See you in the next video.